7 things. 7 things that could make CODM's Warzone mode genuinely great. And I'm going to be completely honest. Some of these the developers will probably never fix, but I still think they need to hear it. Today I'm breaking down my personal suggestions for CODM's battle mode, covering movement, map design, game pacing, visibility issues, and yes, Verdansk. Stick around because suggestion number 3 is the one I feel most strongly about. And the final thought at the end? I think a lot of you are going to relate to it. Let's start with something that's been on my mind for a while. The skill mode itself. Look, I'm not saying remove it. Skills can stay. But here's what I'm asking. Can the developers please give us a separate no-skill mode for Verdansk if it ever arrives? Rebirth Island already does this right. There's a clean Warzone-style mode with no skills attached to it. That balance is exactly what makes it fair for everyone. Personally, I love playing in a pure no-skill battle. No perks, no abilities, just raw gunfight. It just feels more satisfying, more honest. If they ever add Verdansk, and I genuinely hope they do, please split the modes the same way. Give the skill players their lane, and give the Warzone purists theirs. Now here's where things start to get specific, because the next suggestion is something almost every Rebirth Island player has noticed, but nobody talks about it directly. Rebirth Island is supposed to feel fast, intense, high pressure. That's the whole point of the map. But some mechanics are slowing it down in ways that feel completely wrong. First, the armor plate breaking speed. It's slower than it should be. A speed up of around 0.3 seconds, similar to how it works in DMZ, would make a huge difference in how the game actually feels. A lot of people have already noticed the plate system is inspired by Warzone 1, including some of the sound design and kill mechanics. That's fine. But if you're borrowing from Warzone 1, at least borrow the speed too. Second, the contract system. In the original game, contracts are simple one-tap card pickups. Clean, fast, done. But in Rebirth Island, they changed it to this tablet-style interaction that feels completely unnecessary. Here's the real problem with that. If someone pushes you while you're mid-pickup, you can't react. You have to cancel the animation first. In a fast-paced mode, that delay can cost you the entire fight. And third, the parachute. Right now, the drop shifts from first-person to third-person mid-fall, and honestly, it feels really off. DMZ handled this better with a proper gliding parachute during close-range drops. Playing comfortably should always come first. CODM is clearly pulling mechanics from multiple versions of COD right now. I just hope they find a way to bring it all together and make it feel smooth. Okay, so pacing is one issue, but the next suggestion? This one is personal, because it's about something I think the developers are genuinely getting wrong. COD is a first-person game. It always has been. That's what makes it COD. So I genuinely cannot understand why the developers are spending time improving the third-person experience, while first-person is being left behind. Back in 2023, the slide distance was noticeably longer. Any veteran player remembers that. That longer slide felt better, more fluid. And yes, the 2026 slide changes only affected multiplayer, not the battle mode. But the bigger issue isn't just the slide. It's the whole first-person experience. Movement, feel, responsiveness. Warzone-style play is what a lot of us actually love. And if the developers ever added a proper Warzone-style occupation mode, first person, no skills, clean mechanics, I genuinely think it would blow up. Not just for veterans, for new players too. I'm not sure how the rest of the battle mode player base feels right now, whether they prefer classic Warzone or skill-based modes. But I do know this, first person deserves way more attention than it's getting. Please, developers, don't let first person fall behind. Now let's talk about movement in a different way. Because right now there's a very specific problem that's getting players killed, and it has nothing to do with the enemy. Wall vaulting. It's too slow. Right now, when you climb over something, the animation leaves you completely exposed. Easy to shoot, easy to punish, and it needs to be faster. On top of that, certain railings and ledges behave in a strange way. Walk close to them, and your character gets pushed away instead of vaulting naturally. You have to line yourself up almost perfectly, then press jump at exactly the right moment just to clear it. That's not movement, that's a puzzle. And door frames? The character model feels large compared to the frame size. So you clip into the edge, you catch on railings. In the middle of a fight, getting stuck for even 1 second can end the game for you. I think there are still some collision issues in Rebirth Island that haven't been fully resolved yet. The full movement optimization system may not have been applied to every area of the map. I know the chances of a full fix are low since the map is already built, but I want everyone to know, when moving through tight spaces, be careful, because getting stuck mid-fight is one of the most frustrating things in this game. Alright, the next one is something that almost killed me last week, and I'm willing to bet it's killed a lot of you too, without you even realizing what happened. The poison circle is almost invisible, with high graphics settings, with a custom filter. It barely registers on screen. The only indicator is a tiny text notification at the top, and it is incredibly easy to miss. Picture this. You just got revived near a building. You run inside to grab some loot real quick, but it's already the final circle. And because you missed that small text, you're suddenly taking poison damage, with no idea it's even happening. That's a problem. My suggestion, add a signal strength style indicator along the screen edges showing how close you are to the safe zone, even just in green. Simple, clean, something that passes content review without any issue. Or even an anti-gas mask item, something that gives you 5 extra seconds inside the circle. Or a system similar to what PUBG Mobile uses with their signal bar. The circles in Rebirth Island close fast. Especially in the final ring, the map is shrinking, the pressure is high, everything is happening at once. And if the gas itself is barely visible, players just forget they're inside it. They die to the circle instead of the enemy. And that never feels good. Now, maps. Because I have a real issue with how the developers are treating one of the best maps in the game. Why is Krai a limited time event? Seriously, think about it logically. Both Krai and Rebirth Island are PC game maps. Both of them could easily run as permanent Warzone-style modes. The building models on Krai look great. The gameplay is well designed. Right now, the battle mode only has 4 maps total. 4. The veteran players are probably already getting bored. If the developers turned Krai into a permanent no-skill Warzone mode, I think it would be genuinely popular. And even if they kept the skills and just made it a permanent map, players would still love it, because having options matters. Hiding a great map behind a limited time event feels like a waste. Krai deserves a permanent home. And now for the big one. The one that viewers ask me about almost every single week. Verdansk. A lot of people say it can't come to CODM, but think about it logically. Rebirth Island was originally a Call of Duty map, and it made its way back to Call of Duty Mobile. Verdansk is a Warzone map. And just like Rebirth Island was brought into Call of Duty Mobile by the developers, there is a real chance they could do the same with Verdansk too. So personally, I think there's actually a real chance we see it on CODM this summer. That's my honest guess. I'm not saying it's confirmed, but the conditions for it are more realistic than most people think. And if you're someone who loves the Warzone style but isn't enjoying CODM's current multiplayer or regular battle modes right now, my honest advice is to wait. Come back in the summer. Exams will be done. More players will be online. And if the developers are serious about pushing the Warzone mode forward, it could absolutely explode. Before I wrap up, let's talk about leaks. Because every single season, they never stop. My personal approach is simple. Wait and see. Take it one step at a time. Some leaks are worth paying attention to. New weapons, map hints, those tend to be reliable. But the wildly unrealistic ones, don't build your expectations around those. Think about it. The full omnidirectional movement system on PC costs hundreds of dollars just to access. If CODM actually added that, who would even bother with the PC version anymore? COD is owned by Activision. CODM exists because of a partnership with Tencent. At the end of the day, these are businesses, and they need to make money. When a big leak doesn't deliver, it genuinely hurts. And honestly, that's a big reason why so many players have been saying they want to quit lately, especially after the slide changes. So here's my honest recommendation. Keep a positive attitude toward the developers. If something changes and you don't like it, you don't have to quit forever. There are so many good games out there, Dangerous. Keep CODM in the background. And when something exciting gets added, you can always come back. Those are my 7 honest suggestions. Some of them will probably never happen, but I think every one of them would genuinely make this game better. If you have your own ideas or fixes you want to see, drop them in the comments right now. Let's actually talk about it. And if this video gave you something to think about, you know what to do. I'll see you in the next one.